Oh, I'm live. I'm here. Hello, all you wonderful people, and greetings from Osaka Castle. I've been doing this crazy thing for just about 3 years, and been out in Japan for just about two, and I'm happy to be here. I super am happy to be here, and I just want to take you guys' questions. If you guys have any questions or anything, I'm happy to take them. I'm happy to be out and about and outside of my house. This is my first time actually doing live stream that isn't video game related on YouTube, so I'm not quite sure how this will work. I feel like I'm old man Logan now from the X-Men with my beard. So if you guys have any questions, feel free. I see got people. Where can I get that jersey? Well, you have to be at a Christmas party about 20 years ago when I vaguely said, yeah, I like the Miami Dolphins. I don't think the beard's going to be a thing for very long, so don't enjoy it. I kind of, to be completely honest with you guys about the beard, because I gotten so many comments about it. Not like I get a ton of comments on these things, but a lot of people are commenting on it, and I only did it, and this is the honest to goodness truth. I only did it to look more intimidating because I'm a teacher, and sometimes with just a normal face, it's just like he's just a white guy. But out here, I can kind of look a little more intimidating, a little more scary. I mean, when you see me, I don't think you think, oh my God, that guy's fear of fright. It's like the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh, I got very bad connection. Sorry guys, if you can't see me, that's just my internet. This is what I get. I got all unlimited internet, but it's very, very slow. If you guys have any more questions, I'm still here for you. Bum ba dum bum, bum ba dum. Man, that bites, doesn't it? Come all the way out here, hike up to a castle, and then the internet doesn't work. I had $1 for every time that happened. I have at least $1, $1 or $2, maybe three, maybe four. Yeah. Oh well, I'm glad someone thinks that. So I also think that this connection is not only a love connection, but it's us me to you connection. Hey, well that's good. That's good to hear. I had to get out of the house tonight. I just wanted to like thank everybody who's supported me, not only on Patreon, but also, which by the way, thank you everyone who's ever done that, ever donated. I respect you guys. I'm a crazy guy out here living in Japan. Believe me, it has helped. It has helped get me to where I'm going sometimes. But I am also a professional, so I do have a full-time job while I'm out here. That's why the videos kind of dropped, because I had about a month where I was free, and it was just like video after video after video after video. And I have a video lined up. I've shot half of it, and I have to splice the rest of it together a little later with the trick of editing. I wanted to save camera memory, or not camera memory. I want to save the memory of my phone so I could go see that. Hey, I'm just happy, Valerie. I'm just happy that that people actually watch. I've got 3K. That's a lot. That's a lot to me. You never know. It might snowball in the future. My friend said it might hit terminal velocity. But then again, the majority of the stuff that gets hits on my stuff is the universal stuff, which is probably one of the easiest things to shoot and talk about, because I can talk about that no problem. But my favorite thing to do is do the research and do all the research for the culture and stuff. And I even tried about a month ago. Is that a snake? Is something moving over there? Oh, sorry, I thought someone was moving over here. I'm all paranoid after yesterday going through that mountain and seeing that mamushi, which is the most dangerous and only poisonous snake in Japan. A little terrifying. I look a little bit like a pirate if I had not a jersey on. I think I could pull the pirate. Or if I shaved a little bit, I could be Doctor Strange. Oh, thank you, Eerie Darkness. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. Life is beautiful out here. It really is. It sometimes can be a little bit of a drag, especially when you think about life and how short of a time you have on this planet, and what you do during that time that you can actually enjoy these things out here. I mean, people say like, I wanna live near a castle. I live within walking distance of a castle. What do you think of what happened out in the Wu at Universal? Oh yeah, I never went public about that. Do I have to talk about that? Hey, just like Disney World, Universal has their own thing, their own shabam shaboom shebang. They said they don't like him doing what he did, even though he's kind of changed his leaf. It's kind of like the past came back, I guess. I don't have that much to say about it. I'm not one of those people that goes online and makes videos about other vloggers and films their computer screen and just goes and I don't know. It was crazy when Anne Wu got banned from Universal. Like everybody was you know, hey, this will get me views. This will make me popular. And it's like, wow, you guys are leeches. But one of my friends, Chris, he did a video on Anne Wu getting banned, but he didn't title it Anne Wu. He just said, "This is how I feel," and it didn't get any views. But I respect him for that because he wasn't leeching off the name, I guess. Then again, I guess I'm a little bit of a leech because I also worked in film with Adam before. My classes are about 50 minutes each, sometimes 45, and I can have up to 5 a day. And then I have extra stuff like they really do expect you to do like clubs and activities and stuff. It's all relative. You know, I think that that Adam brought some great content, and he brought some content that I'd never seen. I worked at Universal. I worked in that park. I never gone into that area. I respect him for doing it. I respect him for going back there and filming. For me, I don't think I could do that. I was worried when he got banned from Disney. I was worried. I was like, oh my God, I'm next, because I went to that death pond with him, which wasn't technically on Disney's property anymore. And it wasn't trespassing. But when we were filming that was the video we were out in. It's the Anlu main channel video, and we were out in a paddle boat canoe, and we heard gators out there. we don't have gators out here. We don't. But recently, I got a annual pass to the Cayuga, the aquarium, and that's why I did that plastic bag video, because I really think that if you have an audience and you have at least like 5 people to talk to, why not do something positive? You got all these people that that are, you know, talking all this negative and really angry, and like, let's help fix the world. I really have to say, like, if you find yourself in a need, you have to have a plastic bag or use it. Did you go through culture shock when I first moved to Japan? When I first moved to Japan, my first day I also filmed that. I went to a capsule hotel, and just finding it was really simple. It was like, I knew exactly where to go. They spoke English at the place. I would have been a little lost. I was given a Shinkansen, a bullet train ticket from the front desk of my hotel. I was really excited just to stay in a capsule hotel, but the first month out here was horrible. Just like when you're moving anywhere, you don't have any friends, you don't have like a connection to anyone out here, so you're just like kind of moping around. And even though there's like super cool things, like what's right behind me, I forced myself to go out to the Osaka Castle. But when I first found my apartment, I didn't have the internet on my phone. I literally checked online where my thing was, saved pictures of it, and I had to navigate through Osaka. And the cities here aren't made like streets, just lines, street. They're ancient roads, a lot of them, not every one of them. Main roads still have main roads, but there's a lot of like residential areas that are like have like tiny spaces, because a long time ago they wanted to make the city like a maze, so you didn't get here and didn't fight the dynamo. So yeah, I felt I was so stressed, and like the first 2 months I was here, I was like, I'm not YouTubing. I'm not doing this anymore. I think after I did my first Halloween Horror Nights video, because I only did one real Halloween Horror Nights video at my first year here, because I was like, no one's gonna want to watch this stuff. No one's gonna watch it. So I just made one. And I was like, just watch that, and I gave up. I literally gave up for a little while, and I got some messages from people that actually seemed to like my stuff way back then, about now a year and a half ago, and they're like, you got to keep on filming. And I was like, okay. So then I really pushed it, and I tried my best, and here I am, because the goal was originally to make a video series documenting my my either success or failure traveling to Japan. And now I'm here. And, you know, it's like the elevator service. It has its ups and downs, but, you know, you roll with it. You guys have any other questions? Anything else I can answer to you? Favorite drink? Anything? I mean, I'm not trying to lead. I'm not trying to lead questions. I normally don't do things like this because when I edit, I like my stuff to be really fast and frenetic, and I wish that I could use more sound effects and like more video effects. But they're really time consuming when you want to release something new really, really quickly. Like as soon as I'm done, I'm like, I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm releasing it. So that's just me. It's beautiful out here. It's a really quiet night. Actually, in this area, there's a lot of fireflies. You can't see them here because there is light. They probably don't enjoy light. Have you tried all that stuff with it? That vending machine is not. If we're talking about the panty vending machine, I have not tried that. But my friends and I went to Tenoji yesterday after we went to the dinosaur place. I was like, let's go to the earthquake place that I did the video on with the earthquake training place. And they're like, oh, let's go see those panty vending machines. And they put 500 yen in it. And yes, there is panties in the panty vending machine. I did not think that those things existed. I had no idea. And I thought it was just like an urban legend. But, you know, it just goes to show you, don't believe everything you say because it might be true. There's some truth in those things. But when it comes to used stuff like that, I don't think you're going to find it. Well, you know, I've been here for a while now, and I understand basic, simple Japanese. Now, kids, they do try to take advantage of me. They make fun of me. Like, but it's a light, like playful, like he doesn't know what we're talking about, and they're like zen. Like, you don't understand anything that I'm saying. And I understand that. I understand that I don't understand what they're saying. But I can use a lot of gestures, and I can usually figure out what they're trying to say. Out here, the idea, at least with young kids, the idea of being a YouTuber is like a career. Like, people are like, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be a YouTuber. And you get these people that like Dave Hughes, or not maybe Dave Hughes, but his legion of trolls that are on his page are like, oh, everyone who makes money off of YouTubers is bigger. You know, most people who work out this, with the exception of, you know, the people like Justin Scar, Nomadic Fanatic, Adam the Woo, people that really make their living off of YouTube from entertainment. I mean, people pay to see movies. You go pay to see a movie. You don't, when you don't like the movie, you just say, I won't see it again. I won't see the next one. Or I won't see the next one that guy's in. And then they become dumb. You control everything. I'm not studying Japanese as much as I should be. That's a great question. But every other day I seem to be faced with a challenge where I need to know a certain word. And, you know, the Nihonjin, the Japanese people, are really super friendly out here. I've only been in a couple situations where, thank you. You don't have to sub on a second account. It's okay. It's okay. I know I said I'm going to be at 3K subscribers. I think it was at 2997 when I started this, and I don't think this is going to push me over to 3K, but I'm here. In 2 hours I'll be asleep because it is about 10 o'clock right now, and I just want to get personal with you guys because I never do this. I never go out and do live streams. I mean, I'm just amazed that there's 6 people watching. Are you going to try to stay in Japan for another year? That's a great question. I like it out here. I really do. Not to get super political, because in reality, I am very political. I think you can figure out what stance I am for my videos, but I try my best to be really centralist in my videos because I want everyone to be happy. If you talk to me one-on-one, we might have a dialogue, but I'll be respectful to everything. But I'm worried with what's going on in the environment and the Paris Climate Act. I'm worried in Europe. Like I was thinking about Germany, and when I was in Germany, in Munich, at the same time there was that horrible accident. When I say accident, attack. Someone drove a truck into one of the Christmas markets. I was staying right next to one of the Christmas markets in Munich. The people I was with were like, "Let's not go to the Christmas markets anymore, okay?" And I was like, "We're gonna experience Germany. You're gonna fear about someone going crazy." Paris is beautiful, by the way. I could see myself living in Paris if I was a little more thick-skinned. I mean, out here in Japan, you get nervous when you're crossing the street. It's like, oh, I just turned red. What am I gonna do? You know, the cars aren't gonna run you over. And actually, they have a really serious drinking laws out here. Like, you can't get behind the wheel of an automobile if you have one single sip of alcohol. That's how low the blood alcohol level is out here, and that's something not to take lightly. Like, you know, you don't want to go to prison out here. Not to say that their prisons are terrible. I'm sure they're really nice places, but I don't speak Japanese. I don't read Japanese, and I'm a teacher. That would be terrible. That's one of the reasons I didn't go to Nara Dreamland, which, by the way, it's gone. All those people that went there, I'm super happy for them. I wish that I could connect with some of those people because I could have shown them around Nara and other places that might have blown their mind. That they're only there for the abandoned stuff, but I would have loved to show exploring with Joss around. Most embarrassing moment while filming. Now, I'm going to tell you a story, and you have to keep this between you and me because this isn't going anywhere. I was in Germany right after I filmed the Willy Wonka video. I was in, and I want to make this into an animated video, so you might hear the story again. I was getting off the train. I did the Candyman can part, and I do the Willy Wonka thing. Before that, I feel, oh my God, I got to use the bathroom, and I might have light IBS. So when it hits you, it hits you. But I'm like, it's okay. After I go through Willy Wonka, film that area, I'm going to go to the Olympic Park. It's a big, giant sports park. It's where the Olympics happen. It's where if you've seen the movie Munich, that's where the terrorists killed all the people. And I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to use the bathroom there. Now, I saw a group of people training dogs, and this is very important. They were training dogs. There was like a bunch of different dogs, and they were all kind of scattering around and going crazy. And they looked at us, and they kind of went back to their thing. I'm getting to the threshold, the point of no return, and I have to make a Green Day album right now. I really have to make a Green Day album, which you don't get that joke. It's Dookie, and I see a sign that says bathroom. I'm like, oh, thank God, there's a bathroom. There's a bathroom right here, and I'm like, okay, I'm going in, and for some reason in Europe, they lock every freaking door to every bathroom because there's a lot of homeless people. They don't want people taking advantage. And I know there's other bathrooms in the area, but I'm hit. It's in my lower colon. It's in my bowel. I got to go right now. So I'm like, that's it. I'm going right now. It's happening. So I go behind some bushes, which were like, you look around here, like this is the kind of bushes that I was behind. You see those like little tiny twigs back there? Yeah, that's like what the kind of stuff I was behind. There was no shade, November, and I'm like, okay, I just gotta go. And I happen to have some tissues on me because in Japan they give out a ton of tissues, and I happen to have tissues in my bathroom or my backpack in my bathroom, my portable bathroom, and I was like, thank God I have that. Oh, I'm losing you guys. I'm sorry. I got a bad connection. And I start doing my business. I start making brown, as they say. And as I start, I see a beagle. Show up out of nowhere, and he's like, and I'm like, oh no, okay, this dog is being trained right now. This dog is being trained. What am I gonna do? This dog is gonna come up to me, and he's gonna smell my poop, and dogs sometimes eat poop, so I gotta get him away. So I don't know German, I don't know anything, but I know this dog knows German. I'm pretty sure the dog knows German. So I start saying Indiana Jones and Wolfenstein, German. Schnell, Achtung, Schnell. And I'm just screaming at this dog. It's making big waves. Now you got to remember, I'm bent over, like go away. I got sauce coming out of my butthole, and this dog is, and I guess he goes away, and I'm like, okay, thank God that's over. I'm still continuing to do what I'm doing because it's awkward. I'm bent over in a stadium basically, and by the way, there are people walking around. You know, this is, I hope they don't know English. And then I'm like, okay, I'm safe. There's nothing bad's gonna happen to me. Don't stop me now because I'm having a good time. I'm having a ball. A pug shows up, and this pug looks at me with its stupid face, and it's like, just like breathing through its nose and through its throat. It's like, and just like the most ridiculous looking dog, and I'm like, oh no, this dog's gonna eat my crab too. So I'm like, Schnell, Achtung, 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 bitte sprechen die Deutsch, like you know, do you speak German? Like sprechen die English? Like I'm just like shouting anything that I know, and thankfully the dog goes away. So I'm there, and then I realize that. And by the way, I'm sorry. This is pretty terrible. I have toilet paper in my hand, and I'm like trying to wipe it off, and I realize I only have one more sheet of toilet paper left, and it's not going to finish the job. So I have to I have to clog it. I have to clog myself. So I'm not leaking, and I'm like, okay, there's a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that way, and the Olympic Tower is that way too, and also there's a sea life aquarium there. So I'm like, okay, if there's gonna be any, is there gonna be any sign of hope, any sign of? I'm a desperate man at this point. I'm like crying on the inside because I'm like, this is terrible. But there's so much beautiful and cool things there that I'm like, I gotta film. So while I'm filming, and this is in the video, if you look up the surfing in Munich video or the BMW Welt video, you can see the shots. I'm filming the park. I'm filming the tower, and I don't think I'm ever gonna come back to this area. So it was just ridiculous because I realized that 10 minutes away from where I was, like if I could have held for like 10 more minutes, I would have ran into a bathroom, and yeah, that was probably the most embarrassing thing I've ever done in my life. I really want to make that into a weird, bizarre little video. I think that'd be fun. Well, believe me, that the video, like most of my stuff only gets like 180 views or like somewhere around like 180, 190. So, you know, it's sometimes these things catch. By the way, when I really, if you guys want to spread any video, there's a video I'm not making any money on, so just throwing that out there. I don't make any money on it. Throw out the Munich, or not Munich, and the Dachau, the concentration camp video. That was one of the most intense places I've ever been in my life. The video off, there's a few videos that I did that are like really like, I'm trying to be respectful as possible and as serious as possible. Hiroshima and Dachau are that. Also, I could have gone to Hitler's house if I really wanted to, but I decided to go where the Nazi Party started. I didn't think it was a good idea to title my video, "This is where the Nazi Party started," but I was there at the beer house. It's crazy. I was in the room where Adolf Hitler said, "Let's start it here." I heard the Japanese men. You know, okay, so in the Japanese trains, there are women-only trains. There are women-only cars. You during certain times of the day, in the morning, the rush hour, they have women-only cars. And if guys go in there, they give you like dirty looks. Now, if you're a foreigner, they might give you like, oh, like, okay, he's just a foreigner, or they might like, get out of here, get out. But those all women cars do turn into anybody goes cars later on, so anybody can get on them. Now, I hear that happens more in Tokyo, but it's a big enough problem that they have PSAs about it, and they try to make it So like you wouldn't do this to your mother. Why would you do this to a young girl? But there are fantasy train places where you can go on a fake train for like $80 for 30 minutes. You can go on a fake train, and you have a girl, and you just do whatever you want to do in that 30 minutes. Um, the, uh, Everyone says that Japan seems like crazy and wild, and when you look at it through closed eyes, yeah, it's a little wild, but their working structure and um, their working class ethic is so rough that they do the releases that they can get have to be like huge, like a huge kind of either I can't even think like huge so like I would say Japan for sure. In Orlando we don't have or we don't have a penny vending machines. That's for sure. Sorry, I was on a. I just think that Japan might have a little bit of we will look at it through different eyes. We don't get the culture. Then again, that's what life's all about. You look at different things and you like think about how these things work and why you don't like them or why you do like them. By the way, I appreciate you guys. 9 people watching me right now. It's more people than normally watch my videos. No, 10. But and I want to thank. Eerie Darkness for being a Patreon subscriber. Thank you very much. Your support is extremely. I'm super happy for that. Jeremy Namas for always being a friend. He's also on my Patreon. He's been my best friend for years. I used to work with him with Destin Dern. I know I talk a lot about him. I actually shot a couple of videos for myself of I want to make like a smear campaign against myself, like because someone said that I'm in Japan begging for money because that's what I'm doing. So if you see me I got subscribers and you guys, oh thank you so much. You need to pay me money. I don't do this stuff for free, which I don't like. I don't really like when people do that, but I think it's funny to like troll the people that are like, oh, see, this is how you know he's a real e-bigger. He shows his true form. Fools, this isn't even my final form. I'm Dan Marino. Miami Dolphins, 13. Man, the best thing this guy did was just break his leg. He always broke his leg. But I respect him. He's now a talking head on the Super Bowl. You guys got any more questions? I can't believe I've been doing this for 30 minutes. Are you going to post this so we can watch it again? I don't see why not. I don't see this one is like this is kind of a video that I think might be postable. So I figure why not if someone wants to watch 30 minutes. But then again, there are some I say that, but I also want to cut out that story about the dog because I might want to use that in the future, and I think it's funnier if you don't know that story. And I really want to do Adobe Premiere Premiere to do that. So that might be cut out. I might go through this with that one more year. No, I'm thinking one more year. I'm thinking at least one more year. I like it out here. I mean, not to say that I get much, but I'm getting a pension out here, which isn't much. I'm making like a couple extra dollars, but it's money that I don't have to worry about. I got a full-time job. I know when I'm working. I'd like to get a more stable job, well, not really a stable job. I'd like to get a job where I can make more money. Like something like a career. Like I'd love to do video or editing, or I'd love to work from home. But I'm afraid that if I leave the job that I'm at, I'm gonna have less time to do my videos, which it definitely is my hobby, and I don't think you can have one without the other. Well, I guess you can. Right now the weather's perfect. It's been a little hot, but it's super nice. The beard, I grew it because I had a month off from work, and then I went back to work, and I had a beard, and I was like, I'll keep it because I want to look a little more intimidating. I can't go into too much detail why. As I said, I am a teacher somewhere out in Osaka. There's a lot of really privacy in Japan is very, very serious. They when you take pictures on your phone, if you buy a phone in Japan, no matter what, if you take a picture, you'll hear the shashin. So that's the sound that they make. Means take a picture. You hear the sound when the camera clicks because they want people to know, oh, that guy's taking a picture of me. Oh, better watch out. Why are you taking a picture of me? So they want to know. There's a huge privacy thing, so I can't talk about too much about it. But I basically want to look like I'm a little more intimidating. It's a little scary. I think this side's a little longer than the other, or maybe my chin's longer than the other. I could be a down and out Bruce Campbell with a ball that's not the size of Texas. One thing that's kind of cool. You see those gold things on the right that I'm pointing to right now? That's supposed to be like a magic creature that if there was a fire on this thing, which by the way, this was totally destroyed during World War II. I've talked about it on the videos all the time. I know you're sick of hearing about it. Just in case you've never seen any of my videos, this whole building was destroyed. This whole area was destroyed. Now some parts are original, but most are remade stuff. But those gold creatures up there, if there was a fire, they're supposed to blow out water so the castle would stay dry. And I think that those things, you might see them on the Swan and Dolphin at the Epcot or near Epcot Hotel in Disney World, Walt Disney World. Also, the Godzilla ride, one of the huge parts happens right here where I'm standing right now, and Godzilla knocks his tail into this building, and one of those things that's supposed to put out the fire, which is kind of ironic, puts out the fire, it gets thrown at you. So it's like, hey, you know, it's not doing much. Shanghai Disney is something I would like to do, but I don't know. I don't know if I can make it out there. I think you can go to China without a visa for like 6 days, but you have to leave. You have to go to a different country than the one you came from. So if I was hopping from one place to another, I think I could do that. I could spend like 2 or 3 days in China. Strangest thing I've seen in Japan. That's a great question. I was in Sensekai and I saw a guy just take off his pants and air out his pants right there. He's butt naked right there. I was also in Danjiri, which is where they tip this giant cart in front of homes and houses, and we were just absolutely blitzed drinking sake and nihonshu, and we were blitzed. I was welcomed into the Danjiri group. Those guys are super nice, and then I kind of just ghosted on them, and I guess it's my fault. I don't know. I guess it's a personal thing. I need to stop doing that because sometimes I do ghost on people. And I was invited to the elevator. I'll talk about the elevator in a second. I was invited to this big meeting where all the guys were showing off the Danjiri and the Danjiri skills. And I'm behind this thing. We're running as fast as we could. If you want to do Kansai, no doubt I want to live in Kansai. Kansai is close together. Everything's really, really close. Tokyo is awesome, but everything's really, really far. Kansai, you can get to everything really, really quickly. But we're running behind this cart, and they're like, hold on. And I'm like, what? And all of a sudden the cart flies up, and I'm holding on. I'm like literally Supermaning up to the thing. And no, I don't think that ruins the aesthetic because Japan is a really welcoming and friendly culture that I think that just shows that they're hospitality. You see these signs? You know what they mean? Hospitality. You can't piss on hospitality. I won't allow it. I love Troll 2. I want to see Goblin 2. Tom Hardy's in that too. But I don't think that ruins the aesthetic because it just shows that they are welcoming to everybody. Inside there's an elevator. There's probably no elevator when Yoshida Totomi was here as the warlord here who went to Korea and cut off people's noses and ears because it was more effective than taking heads. If you go to Kyoto, there's a whole burial site of Koreans' noses and ears. It's really popular for Koreans to go see. And for a long time, thanks to the guy who lived in this castle a very long time ago, people in Korea didn't have noses and ears for a very long time because they were subjugated by the Japanese. Kind of interesting, huh? Yeah, history is really interesting. That's one thing I really like. I like talking about history because I know a little bit about history, but not enough. And I like learning more and more about the place that I live. especially Japan. But Tokyo is a great place. I really enjoyed Tokyo. I've been there twice now, and well, okay, 3 times. I've been there 3 times. I've never seen Shogun, but if you like the warring periods, this was the final battle place of the unification of Japan. The guy who ran tried to unite Japan, who was holding out. He actually died in a tunnel over here. There's a small crevice that's like this is where he died. He killed himself. It's very very interesting. Oh man. You know, one thing I've noticed is that I talk so much, especially with work and school, and because I was a haunter, scaring people and stuff, use my voice so much that my voice does go. I lose my voice every once in a while from talking so much. The beach just sucks in Florida. It's about so-so. It's all right. The police are pretty cool here. I'm not from Miami, but I'm from Florida. I'm born and raised in Jupiter, Florida, and then moved to Orlando. Now I'm here in Osaka, Japan. The police are all right. I haven't had any problems, but I hear a lot of people when they're riding their bike late at night, they might get stopped. Like, hey, let me see your ID, and you have to show your ID. It's just part of living in Japan. You gotta work together with everybody. Yeah, they're nice. I've asked for directions from police officers in Japanese, and they were more than welcome to. They actually like come on into the police box. Let me show you on a map so you know exactly where you're going, and that was really nice. So I haven't had any problems. It's it's amazing to say. I say this all the time. It's amazing to say that I have a castle, basically in my backyard. You know, I live next to a castle. It's pretty cool. There's like years and years of history right here, that was all wiped away. Yeah, I have one vlog coming up that was in Osaka. I mean, in my last vlog I was in South Osaka. And I don't like calling them vlogs. Actually, I like calling them videos. I don't own a car. I don't need a car. Everything can pretty much be connected by train. I think you can get pretty much anywhere by train. Um, I mean, like I do have some times where, like when I go over to my friend Toko's house, like if I want to help him with his farm, his mom does pick me up with her car, and we go out into the villages of Japan. If you want to go see a village, you might want to get a car. One thing I would not knock when you go to Japan is, or if you go to Japan, is do the onsens. The public bathhouses here are amazing, super relaxing. Um, in a city that's known not to relax and not tense up or never give up, I think that's a place where you can actually like let loose and just be quiet and just relax. It's something that I would recommend. A lot of people don't do that because they're afraid of the clothes barrier. Also, if you do have tattoos, if you have especially big tattoos, you're not welcome in because that's yakuza. They think you're the mafia. These are really good questions. Thank you everybody for asking. I know it takes me like an hour and a half to answer one question, but I really do appreciate you guys asking the questions. You know, next Halloween Horror Nights will be my third year doing videos. I started this on October 17th, 2014, and that seems like forever ago now. I've been doing this for over 2 years. Man, that's crazy. I'm just happy that I produced like videos and well for okay, so I have seen geishas. I've done videos where I've seen or showed off geishas. Kyoto is the only place that you can see geishas in the Gion district. Um, if you want to see geishas, go to Kyoto. Don't go to Tokyo. It's a hard finding work. Uh, if you want to look up a good website, I'll see if I can write this on the. Maybe I can't write it on the thing. No. Okay, never mind. I was going to try to write it on the thing. Stay group you can. Thank you so much. If you want to find work out here, I really recommend looking up Gaijin Pot. That's Gaiginpot. And they got a lot of stuff with no Japanese, but mostly it's going to be teaching work. That's like the majority of people, and of course that's me too. And there's about two different options you have. You can work at a public school, or you can work at a kaiwa, which is like a English learning place where basically you just sit down 15 minutes and you just go over lessons. It could be with kids, could be with adults, and you need a BA for that. It really does help if you know Japanese, but you can come out here without knowing Japanese. Sometimes they prefer that because it's like, oh well, you'll teach only English. But then again, when you live out here, it's like, oh, watashu wa kalanai, like I don't know what's going on. So you just roll with the punches. So, and the stars are really, really nice tonight. Fortunately, you can't see them because I'm in the middle of the city. The further you go out, the nicer it gets. I've yet to ski out here, but I have snowboarded for like 2 seconds, and I thought I almost broke my butt. Speaking of yesterday I almost broke my butt too on those, on that dinosaur slides, which that was awesome. That's free. Who built that thing? I really want to know. Well, and like, that must have been built during the bubble in Japan when they had a lot of economic goods, because I don't think it could be made now. I really don't. How cool is this place? It's freaking awesome. All right, guys, it's been 45 minutes. It's been 45 minutes. So I think I'm gonna get going. Thank you all for watching, guys. Be positive each other. Be nice. If you see someone online that's having a bad day, say have a good day. And with that, I'm gonna say you can do it. I can do it. We can all do it. You guys stay groovy. Have a wonderful night. Stay groovy, guys. Me too. I really do too. Thanks, Daryl. Bye.